Go ahead, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is Tuesday, the Brotherhood class. And we're going to get back into the We Are One Nation. This is going to be part 2. You know, last week we was talking about the Native Indians, and we left off on like the massacres that happened with the Native Indians. We're going to finish off on that, and we're going to keep it going a little bit further, all right? So last week we ended off on the Sand Creek Massacre. All right, brother, if you could, go to where it says the Wounded Knee Massacre. All right, once you got that, go ahead and read that for me. Should say, once you click on there, you should see everything. Nah, it's all too wild, brother. Go ahead, take your time. Once you get there, just let me know.
Sir, I got it.
All right, go ahead.
This is the Wounded Knee Massacre. U.S. troops killed hundreds of Lakota, marking one of the last major violent acts of the Indian Wars.
Keep reading.
Numerous smaller attacks and killings occurred across centuries during westward expansion.
Keep reading what the Wounded Knee Massacre was.
The Wounded Knee Massacre was a violent confrontation on December 19th, 1890, between U.S. Army 7th Cavalry Regiment and members of the Minneconjou Lakota Sioux near Wounded Knee Creek on the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota.
Understand this, man. This massacre that occurred, the Wounded Knee Massacre, occurred when the U.S. Army went against the Native Americans. Like, we always talk about our oppressor and how our oppressor sits here and takes from us. Our oppressor does anything he wants to do to have what we have. If they see something good, they want to take it from you. And that's what they've always done. Why do you think in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, we always show that what? They show no favor for the old nor the young. This is a nation of fierce countenance. These people don't care. These people just want what you have. This is another sign of it. This is another showing of it. This Wounded Knee Massacre, where over hundreds of Native Indians were massacred. They were unalive by the U.S. Army. For what, though? Was it because they were at war? Was it because they sat here and they did something to the U.S. Army? No, it's because they had land. They had gold on their land. They had nutrients. They had riches that the oppressor wanted. What you had, brother?
So, like, if I may,
Go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? Whenever they do come for something, they never come in peace.
Never.
It's always with the sword.
Right.
Even when peace is shown to them, they can never reciprocate the kind acts and show peace in return.
Exactly. Go ahead and keep go down to where it says the massacre. Where it says the massacre, it's a little bit further down. Go ahead and read that.
1 second.
It should be under the key facts, the background, and then it should say the massacre.
During an attempt to disarm the Lakota encampment, a shot was fired. Its origin disputed, triggering chaos. Soldiers opened fire with rifles and Hotchkiss guns, killing hundreds of unarmed Lakota.
They did what? They killed who?
Killing hundreds of unarmed Lakota.
So the thing about it is, it said that they were trying to disarm them first, right?
Right.
They're trying to disarm them, but y'all had the rifles. Y'all have the guns, but y'all was trying to disarm the Native Americans. And because one of the guns went off, then that opened a mass shooting. It opened a mass shooting, and it said what? Hundreds.
Killing hundreds of unarmed Lakota,
Keep reading.
including women and children.
So you tell me that the women and children had guns? You tell me that the women and children had axes or knives or anything like that? They had spears. They had rocks and slingshots. You telling me that they were armed? These people were unarmed. See, the Native American people, my people, they were a peaceful people.
Right.
Now, if we had to go to war, understand this, we could go to war. Understand that. But they were at peace. They were a peaceful people. And what y'all did was y'all came in and did what y'all always do as oppressors. Oppress the people that were at peace. Taking from them. And when they didn't want to give you it, you took it by force. And you unalive women and children and men. Hundreds of them. And they were unarmed. Don't that remind you of what's happening right now with the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the world that we live in right now?
Right.
How many of us have been unalived and unarmed? One of our sisters was taking a boiling hot water off the stove and got shot in the head. One of our young brothers, teenager, had Skittles and tea, got shot and unalive. One of the brothers was selling Lucy's, selling them loose cigarettes on the street corner and got what? Choked to death. What you got? Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, if I may. All of those are either a brother was innocent or it was something petty.
Of course.
None of it meant that a black man had to lose his life for petty reasons.
None at all. And that's the problem. No, nothing should be done in a way that somebody would have to lose their life. Go down to bullet point number 3 where it says broken treaties and deceptions.
Come. This is bullet point 3. Broken treaties and deception. The U.S. government signed hundreds of treaties with tribes.
They did what?
Signed hundreds of treaties with tribes.
See, y'all know in the book of Ecclesiasticus, we always pull that out when we said never trust thy enemy. They said the U.S. government signed hundreds of treaties. Hundreds of these treaties. Keep reading. What does it say right after that?
Recognizing land rights.
Recognizing land rights. And keep reading.
Then repeatedly violated them.
Then what?
Repeatedly violated them.
Nah, they upheld them.
Repeatedly violated them.
Nah, they made sure everything was fair.
Repeatedly violated them.
Okay. Well, they violated them. Let's get into it. What does it say? Land was often taken after what?
Land was often taken after gold or resources were discovered. Settlers demanded expansion.
So, the 2 reasons why they've always violated the treaties that they did with my people, the Native American people, right, was because of what? Gold and resources was found on the land, or the settlers wasn't happy with what they took from us from the beginning. See, when we sat down and had a meeting with them, you know what we told them? Hey, bro, you know what? We can give y'all this land. We'll let y'all have this land over here. I know we got 100 acres, but you know what? Because we're nice. We have more people here than you do. We'll give y'all 25%. We'll give y'all 25 out of the 100 acres because we still have, quadruple the amount of people you have. And you know what the U.S. government said? Hey, that's fine. We can use that. It's not a problem with us taking that a little bit. Yeah, we can make that work. And then you know what happened right after that? The U.S. government had a secret meeting and they were like, nah, you know what? Nah, that 25 ain't gonna work. I want 50 or more. I want 50 or more. So you know what we gonna do? We're gonna just take it from them. They gave us 25, we're gonna take an extra 25, maybe 50. Yeah, these people right here, yeah, they very nice. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we take from them. What you got?
I had a precept, 2 of them actually.
Go ahead, do your thing.
This is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10,
Mm-hmm.
and it reads, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness."
Understand this. Your oppressor's wickedness is gonna always show. That precept right there is letting you know over time it's gonna always show. What they did to the Native Americans, you gonna see. It didn't just happen to the Native Americans, it happened to the blacks as well. And it happened to our Hispanic brothers and sisters as well. See, we sat here and we did the wrong thing. We trusted our enemies. When the Bible tells us to do what? Never trust thy enemies. See, y'all didn't look at them as enemies. And that's the problem. We were so nice of a people that we never looked at the oppressor as your enemy. You should never let somebody get close to you that you just meet. You never give them all your love. Because when you do that, then you always wind up hurt. Because you don't know if they really a friend or a foe. And the U.S. government showed themselves to be a foe against the Native Americans. Showed themselves to be a foe against the Hispanics. Showed themselves to be a foe against the blacks.
Right.
Showed themselves to be a foe against the Benjamites.
That's right.
But our problem is this. We didn't listen. And if we would have listened from the jump, we would not be in all the stuff that we're in right now. We would be at a better place if we would just follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. If we would have just came back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, followed them from the jump, we wouldn't have to have dealt with this nation's of fierce continents.
Right.
Their countenance is just so fierce that they don't have no regard for the old nor the young. People that don't care about the little kids being unalived. And the craziest part about it is, that was the Wounded Knee Massacre. Right before that, we talked about the Sand Creek Massacre. And during the Sand Creek Massacre, it said, I'm going to go right back to it. It says, a flag and white truce banner. The soldiers killed and mutilated men, women, and children. The brutality shocked even some participants and eyewitnesses. See, these people with these massacres, they didn't just unalive people. They mutilated people. They made examples out of people to the point where they tried to destroy them to no return. They tried to take from them. They wanted to make examples out of the Native Americans.
Right.
They wanted to make examples out of us. Because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that the next time a Native American want to stand up against them, you'll think back at these people that we mutilated already. You got something, Mark? Go ahead and make sure the mic on, Ox, so that way that people can hear you. Hold that button down. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay.
All right.
This is coming from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 13.
All right.
Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked? So what that's saying is, sir, the Lord intended these people to be what they are and do what they do. And our people have to understand, in order for us to be delivered out of the hands of our enemy,
Right.
we have to come back to our God,
That's
our
right.
power.
That's
and we
right.
have to obey what the instruction is. Because if not, these people are going to do what they're made to do.
That's
and
right.
they're made to destroy.
Right.
They're made to put you in captivity and oppress you because of your disobedience.
That's
so don't
right.
call these things strange.
Right.
This is what it is, and the Bible is giving you instructions according to what God's will is.
That's
the
right.
white man is the devil, and he's not going to stop being the devil.
That's right. Man, y'all give that brother a hand out. Excellent precept out. That amazing precept. We know that this nation, we know that the U.S. government is a crooked nation.
That's right.
They've been crooked for so long that they don't even know what straight is. They don't even know what it is. Our people have been unalive, have been taken advantage of because we are trusting people to be what? Straight. We're trusting people to do what? Say what they mean and mean what they say. And whole time, these people are crooked. These are snakes. These are serpents. These are people that looks for the come up. Hey, you might want to grab your food real quick. Like, this is what we dealing with. And y'all think back in the Bible days, y'all thought it was over with? It's not over. Look at what we're reading right now. And then you think it was over with just back in the days that we had slavery and the Trail of Tears and all that? No. Because look at how we're living right now in 2026. This same stuff is still happening. The same stuff is still happening. People are being unalive for no reason. People are being massacred. Why do you think they have all these school shootings going on? Why do you think they have ICE raiding blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? ICE ain't raiding those Irish bars. ICE ain't raiding them Chinatown.
Right.
ICE ain't going to every gas station and getting Habib in them.
Right.
Habib and them is up in there listening to that hoot, they got it, and ain't nobody going up in there messing with them. They can do whatever they feel like doing.
Right.
And ICE ain't messing with them. Because all them other nations were made to be crooked. The people that were made to be straight are the people that the government is going after. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
That's right.
Our Native Indian brothers and sisters and children, they were mutilated, bro. They were unalived. For what? Because they had gold on their land? Because they had resources that the oppressor wanted so badly that they didn't care what they had to do to get to it? And y'all wonder why the Isupk say that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All the people that put you under oppression, they're nothing but deceivers, liars, manipulators. And the only thing they know how to do is take. You got a precept, brother?
Nah, son.
Well, go ahead, brother. Do your thing, brother. I ain't finna stop you.
What's it like if I made to follow what you saying? You know, all they do is take. I feel as though this precept right here tells exactly who they are.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have not stolen it till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Brother, let me tell you something. Your oppressor is one of the biggest thieves on the face of this earth.
That's right.
Your oppressor has looked at you like you were a walking lick since they hit our lands. Since they touched our lands, they have looked at us like walking licks. They have looked at our people because we're so nice, because we're so loving, because we've only been around our people and we care about our people so much. And we were trained to love others when they didn't deserve it. Bro, your oppressor looks at you like a walking lick. They done came up off of us so badly. Hold on, something going. Okay. Our oppressors done came up on us so much, bro. They still going. They feel like, hey, man, you know, I done robbed him about 3 times. And that brother keep reeing up. Man, there's something about him, man. The Lord just keeps blessing us. And the oppressor just finds new ways to take the blessings that the Lord has given to us. What you got, You got something?
Come on, this what's so heavy about what you're saying is the oppressor is going to keep doing these things because the Lord is allowing these things to happen because of the way our people choose to live and the way they put their trust in the oppressor. They ain't understanding that this is the oppressor. He's here to slay us.
Right.
He's here to punish us for us turning away from our power.
Right.
So the precept that I'm coming with is coming from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 7. It says, all that found them have devoured them.
All that did what?
All that found them have devoured them.
So your oppressor, when he finds you, he does what?
He devours them.
Keep going.
And their adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord.
Your oppressor says that we do what?
We have sinned not against them, because they sinned against the Lord.
See, your oppressor is letting you know, man, I'm going to do what I was told to do until you start doing what you were told to do.
Okay.
The Lord wants you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to stop joining hand in hand with them. Stop sitting here and doing wickedness. See, they started off by looking at us like a walking lick because we had the resources and we didn't even care about it. Like, we knew for a fact we had natural resources. We knew for a fact that there was gold on that land. But you know what that was? That was to make sure that everybody was good. Nowadays, we have good resources, but you know what we do with it? We be wicked. We sitting here selling drugs in our communities. We sitting here, what? Having people cooking up crack in the kitchen. We have people around here selling the kilos, selling that white girl.
Right.
What you got else, sir? Go ahead. You got anything else on there? Or you good?
No, come.
Go ahead.
The inhabitant of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
Brother, excellent precept.
Come. And it's heavy, sir, because we as a people, we always find a way to do evil quickly.
Yep.
But we don't never have the knowledge to receive just the instructions. It's simple instructions that's told to us, but yet we go around the instructions and we know how to do evil. So this is what the results of not listening to instructions. That's why our community is full of evil and in every level of evil.
Right.
Our sisters are exposing themselves. Our sisters are selling, like you said, bags of unclean food to cooking crack on the stove. We know how to do everything that's wicked, but the simple thing that God installed in this book, we don't know.
Right. Brother, hey, y'all do me a favor. Make sure that sister has some chairs for her and her daughters. Hey, Shalom, sis. How you doing? Shalom, Lord Christ, sis. Brother, the things like that, bro, it's just go ahead and set it up around the table so that way they can all sit together around the table. Like, these things right here, brother, if we would just follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we wouldn't have to deal with half the stuff we're dealing with right now, man. See, you can look at this and you can see that the Native American people right around this time, bro, they just trying to be in their own place and in their own lands. And they entrusted in people. And when they entrusted in these people, they saw how crooked they was. But they had to learn the hard lesson about never trusting thy enemy. Your ancestors, my ancestors, had to deal with that. And that's the biggest problem that we're dealing with right now. And that's why we're sitting here trying to tell our people right now, bro, stop trusting your enemy. You don't even look at them as an enemy when they show you that that's who they are. These are the same people that have you on drugs. These are the same people that's molesting your children and mutilating us and trying to take from us. And these are the same people that you want to be hand in hand with. These are the same people that you're entrusting your daughters to be with. These are the same people that you're entrusting your son to be with. Brother, let me tell you something. Hey, go to bullet point number 4 for me, if you don't mind. The oppressor has done so much to us that they've even created schools to destroy our people. And if you don't believe me, I have the proof. It's right here. Go ahead.
This is bullet point 4.
Yep.
Cultural destruction, forced assimilation. Indigenous children were removed from families and placed in boarding schools.
They were doing what?
Placed in boarding schools.
Keep going.
Indian boarding school system, children were punished for speaking their language or practicing traditions. Many suffered abuse.
Understand this, man. The oppressor does not care. The oppressor uses the school systems to sit here and oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
It's letting you know right now, the Indian boarding school system was made to make sure that Native Americans could not do their traditions. They could not speak their language. What does that sound like to you? That sounds like the same thing that they did to us when we had our holy tongue. What did they do? They beat it from us. They made us go from land to land to sea to shining sea, as they say, and took it from us. Because at the end of the day, they didn't want you to know your culture. Right here, right now, they don't want you to know your culture. Why do you think that they've taken slavery out of the school systems?
Right.
Why do you think that right now? Because you think it's just a coincidence that ICE is on a manhunt for the Mexicans, the Hispanics right now? The Hispanics are scared to have Cinco de Mayo because though they are afraid that ICE is going to come in the masses to deport them. So they don't even want to go out. They don't even want to party and have their day. They don't have a lot of days. They can't even have the one day that the US government put for them. They can't even have that because what? They're afraid of what's to come if they show up. What you got, brother?
Salaki, so there's a question online.
What's up?
From Quill underscore Cam. Why do Christians be preaching love everybody, even the enemy?
And it's crazy that you said it. Because they want you to love the enemy. Christianity is the white man religion.
Right.
They want you to love everybody because they want you to forget the things that happened to you. They want you to love everybody to the point where you love your oppressor, the same people that's molesting your children, the same people that's taking advantage of your women, the same people that's taking advantage of your grandma, taking all her tithe money. These are the same people, when you call on them for help, they tell you to pray about it. They tell you the church doors are closed, even though they got money in the walls. They can't even give you shelter when you need shelter. But you know what they can do? They can give you that motivational speech. They can give you a dance and a song. And then they're going to ask you for some money. And then after that, maybe we all stand and go home. I know when we was back in church, they used to have a benediction. They used to say, may the Lord keep thee as you go out and that you come on in. So you want the Lord to keep us, but yet you're not giving us the tools for the Lord to protect us. The tools to have the Lord protect you is following the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
But they're not teaching that in churches. How many times have you been to church and they have not sat here and talked? They haven't even got out of one chapter. They only read one chapter, a little bit of it, probably read 3 or 4 verses of that one chapter, and then the rest of the thing is about their life. What they did over the weekend, what they did, what they used to do back in the day, how they used to be up in the juke joints all the time, how they used to be with Sister Margaret and Sister Bethany. And now the Lord has given them a sign, and now they have changed. They're not teaching y'all in these churches. The only thing they are teaching you to do is love, love, love. Love, love, love. So you lose the fire that the Lord put in you to only love your people. If I teach you nothing but love all the time, but yet somebody keeps punching you in your face every day, what you gonna think about?
They teach you in the Christian church, if I may, they teach you to turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek.
And let them hit that side. But
right.
My thing is, when are you going to use practical knowledge? If somebody is hurting you, they intend to hurt you. Why would you love that?
Exactly.
The Christian church does that.
Yeah. The Christian church is teaching you to love abuse. That's what the Christian church is teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're teaching you, hey, do me a favor, Kudash. Hey, flick that switch right there for the fans to go. Yeah. And if y'all need to, grab that fan right there and put it on this side so that way the frankincense and myrrh ain't getting to the little sister eyes. It's all right, sis. We got her. We understand. Just grab that fan right there and put it over there for him so that way the frankincense and myrrh is not hurting her eyes. Bro, the Christian church, that's the only thing that they teach. They teach you to love and deal with abuse. They're teaching you that abuse is okay. Be abused. It's okay. Because that's the love of God, to be abused. What they say, the love of God, the sweet communion of his Holy Spirit is for you to be abused. Because that's the only thing they're doing. Hey, Kudash, you can put it again over here. That's all that they're doing. And you got to watch out for those people in those churches as well. Because the people in those churches, you got up there, you got right there. You can plug it up right there. If it fit. Yeah, it don't matter. They're teaching you to love something that was never meant for you. So I hope I answered your question, brother.
He said, Thwada, I can feel that.
No sweat, brother. I appreciate your question, brother. Let's go back to the Indian boarding school system. Go ahead and let's read what that is.
Come. The Indian boarding school system was a United States assimilation policy from 1819 through 1969, designed to eradicate indigenous cultures by removing Native American, Alaskan Native, and Native Hawaiian children from their families and placing them in federally or church-run residential schools. These institutions aim to civilize, quote-unquote, Native youth by suppressing their languages, spirituality, and identities.
Go ahead, keep going.
Causing lasting intergenerational trauma.
Understand this, man. Your oppressor created a whole system to take you away from your people. They created boarding schools to take you away from your knowledge, your traditions, and start understanding their traditions, living to their rules. That's what your oppressor did. Your oppressor said, you know what? How can I destroy these people even further? How can I destroy them? I can destroy them. What you need? Go ahead, turn it low. They said, how can I destroy these people further? The best way for me to destroy these people is to put them in a system that I created. A system that I wanted. We good. A system that they could control. That's what your oppressor did. And they did it to the Native Americans. See, now, you want to know what's crazy? Let's get down into it. Go to the life and discipline in the school. This is going to tell you how destructive these oppressors are. How demonic and demon-filled these oppressors are. Go ahead and read once you got it, brother.
This is the life and discipline of the schools. Upon arrival, children's hair was cut.
What? What happened?
Children's hair was cut.
So first thing first, they forced you to go to these boarding schools. But you know what they did as soon as you got there? If you was a Native American and you had that long, luxurious hair, that one you've been growing since you came out the womb, that hair, you know what they did as soon as you stepped through the foot of them doors? Cut your hair. Why did they cut your hair? Because everybody know as a Native American, your hair is part of your culture. See, you having that long hair and it being braided and them two knots and all that, dog, that showed love. That was the peace of your people. That was the strength of your nation. So they wanted to take that from you. So the first thing they decided to do was Soon as you step foot in the door, we're going to go ahead and cut that. Cut it off. Cut their hair. Why do you think that they did that? It's the same reason why when you go to jail, the first thing they have you do is strip butt naked and bend over and cough. It's because they wanted to humiliate you. They wanted you to feel less than. They didn't want you to feel like a human. They wanted you to feel like property, like cattle, like a dog. Keep reading. What else did they do on top of that?
Come. Upon arrival, children's hair was cut, traditional clothing replaced with uniforms, and English names assigned to speaking native languages or practicing ceremonies were punished. Students spent half the day in classes and the rest performing manual labor.
Brother, everything that they did was to cut you off from being a nation, from cutting you off from your heritage. They said, you know what? Y'all go to these schools. Cut their hair. Take off the tribal clothes and give them the same uniform. Same thing that they do in prison. Shave their head bald. Yeah, give them that orange jumpsuit. Yeah, make him wear everything else that everybody else is wearing. And you know what? Put them to work. Make them work. Why do you think that they said that there's a school to prison pipeline? They treat school like prison. They stop the young kids from thinking. They stop the young kids from having an imagination and keep them in a box now. That's why they control what they learn. They control how they live. And you know the worst thing that they did? Nowadays, they gave them technology. Now kids don't know what it is to do a paperwork or an essay. Most of these kids wouldn't know what it is to write a paragraph. Because now y'all done gave them all this technology. Where the only things that they're seeing is what's these shows that these kids is watching nowadays? They got the Real Housewives. They got
Baddies.
That's the thing right there. That's what I was looking for. Baddies. They had what else they got going on right now? Oh, don't even get us started on Twitter. Twitter is the new network of OnlyFans, but Twitter is the free porn nowadays. Pornography. You don't think that they're using that to destroy our people? You don't think that they know what they were doing when they started having these things be at the hand of children? So the Indian, understand this. The boarding system back in the day that was placed against the Native Americans to take them off of there and take them away from their culture, that stuff is still to this day being used against our people.
Right.
You had something, brother? You're grown. You got? Okay. Go ahead and keep reading.
Come. Performing manual labor, farming, carpentry, cooking, or laundering to sustain school operations. Overcrowding, disease, and malnutrition were common. Physical and sexual abuse was widespread.
It was what?
Was widespread.
And this is in the school system, huh? This is in these boarding schools that they force these kids to go to, huh?
Right.
In these boarding schools, the same thing that's happening in these Catholic churches, these Christian churches, what's happening in the school system now, because most of the school system got a lot of statutory rape going on in there. It's the same thing that's happening. It just said it right there. It said, what happened? Read it again, you grown.
Come
It said
on.
manual labor, and then after that you said what all happened?
Performing manual labor, farming, carpentry, cooking, or laundering to sustain school operations.
To do what?
To sustain school operations.
So they took your children from you, cut their hair, put them in boarding school for them to learn what they wanted them to learn, and then after that, kept the school running by cooking, cleaning, learning how to be carpenters. And then after that, what did they do?
Overcrowding, disease, and malnutrition were common. Physical and sexual abuse was widespread. Many children died and were buried in school cemeteries, often unmarked.
Brother. So they sat here, used and abused your children. Took your children, used and abused them, and then buried them and left them with unmarked tombs. What you got, Art?
So, like, if I may, 1969 was not that long ago.
It wasn't. Because, you know, the Isupk was established when?
1969.
So you think that this is too far-fetched? This ain't far down the road. And the stuff is still happening right now. Brother, if you look up on your Google machine how many sexual abuses or, you know, accusations that happen in school systems, I bet you'd be surprised by the number. Because we hear about it all the time. You hear about it in the news. How many times a child came forth and said that a teacher or a janitor or somebody done touched them while they was at school, supposed to be getting their education. What you got, brother? Go ahead, brother. I know you're going to use that Google machine, brother. I know it. What you got?
Approximately 13,114 to 14,938 cases per year.
Brother, per year? Per year.
Per year.
Per year. So, if we want to go ahead and let's do a little bit of math. So, we in 2026. We'll say that it stopped around, well, all this started going about 1969, right? 57.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
From the years, this is 2017 to 2018.
2017 to 2018.
That's only a year.
In a year, they had 13,000 to 14,000 cases of kids being abused. Come on now. You think the oppressor has changed his ways? The oppressor has not changed his ways because he only knows one way: steal, kill, and destroy. What you got, brother?
Salak, if I may, Israelism said they also took over our burial mounds in the South.
Brother, look, we know it's to be true. And that's the craziest part. And see, this is why I say we won. We're one nation. Because look, now all of a sudden, we even got people coming out and letting you know. Bro, they already they taking over burial sites. They're sitting here unaliving children and just burying them and not even putting their names on the tomb because they changed the name of them. So if a parent was looking for their child, the parent no longer knows how to even find their child. Because their child is not named the water runneth. Now their child is named Jeremy, or their child is named Dakota. And that wasn't in Tyler. When their child name was Blackfoot. Their child name was a strong, mighty warrior name of the Native American tribe. Now they're Tyler. What is a Tyler? What is a Dakota? Does it have a special meaning behind it? But they use those things to take your heritage away, to take your strength away. Was that it on that, brother?
Concert.
Go ahead, go down to the next point. Let's go ahead and go down to the next plot. You had something you wanted to say, Kodash?
Couple of times, just going to bring a precept up. It's coming from the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Brother?
So basically, they're born wicked. That's what they're there to do. And the lies that they speak are what they're doing now. They're lying to us using Christianity, using social media, using the things that distract us from coming back to our power, coming back to the laws and commandments of God. This is why they attack the youth. The youth is what is going to be the direction to heal our nation. And it's the people that God has put in place to direct order, but they know that the people that's there to direct order to our children, they use these outlets to distract them because we got to come back to our people. Right. But they know that if we come back to our power, then that we are an unstoppable nation.
Of course.
And that's why they have these distractions put in place. You know, I look at the Christian church, and I remember this for a fact. My aunt was in the Christian church for 20 years, and guess what? Her lights got cut off. And the first thing that the pastor said was, we have to pray on that. Mm-hmm. But he didn't give her the resource. He didn't say, here goes some money out the collection plate that you've been putting in for 20 years. He didn't say that. He said, we got to pray. So my advice to you is, if you in that Christian church, get the hell out of there and stop investing in that. Because guess what? They're going to tell you to pray about it. But here in the UPK, we going to give you the resource to do.
Exactly. Y'all give that brother a hand, man. Because that's exactly what happens. I done seen it done too many times. I done been in the church. Before I came into the school, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, I was in the Christian church. And you want to know something that I saw that made one of the main reasons why I left out of the Christian church? I saw a sister. You know, when they used to have the altar calls and stuff like that, they'll let people go down there and talk about, you know, the goodness of God and also what they might need prayer for, right? I saw two sisters. One sister walked down there and said, I just want to let the church know that I really been going through some struggles. You know, my lights got cut off. My water heater went out. And it started to cause me not to be able to really take showers the way that I want to because the water is just so cold. So now I'm having to boil water on the stove just so I can have a warm bath.
Good night.
And you know what they said? They said, my. Sister, don't go nowhere, sister. Don't go nowhere. What we going to do, we going to pray for you, sister. We're going to make sure that we pray for you. Had another sister come up. I just don't know what to do. My child, he's running rampant, you know, and I'm just calling on the men of the Lord to try to help me get my son back on the straight and narrow path before he sit here and get locked up or worse, be unalived down here on these streets. You know what else I heard again? My. If can't nobody else do it, we know the Lord can. Sis, don't go nowhere. We're going to pray for you, sister. We're gonna pray for both of y'all together. And you know what they did? They had a bunch of sisters and a bunch of deacons and deaconess come down, and whoever else that was in the audience that wanted to come out and put their hand out there for them. And they prayed over them, right? And you know what they did right after that? Told them go sit down. But the one thing that showed me I had to get up out of that church, the pastor's house burnt down. See, when the pastor's house burned down, oh, it was a different story. See, everybody was wondering why pastor came with a T-shirt on and some jeans. He normally come in a 3-piece suit.
Right.
He was just letting you know, I just want to tell the congregation, me and my wife, we went through a situation. The house burnt down. All our clothes were destroyed from smoke inhalation, right? You know what happened? Everybody in the church was like, the first thing that they said was, my, we gonna pray for you. But you know what happened right after that? One of them pastors, one of them reverends,
right.
One of the pastors' boys, one of the reverends was like, you know what we gonna do? We're going to have a love offering and a peace offering. And then we also, at the end of church, I'm going to have these ushers have some collection plates at every door. So anybody that has the will to give to the pastor and his wife to make sure that they are right, if it's in your heart, go ahead and leave it out there. Why y'all didn't have that same energy for that sister that had to boil water so that way she could take a warm bath or a hot bath? Why y'all didn't have that same energy for that sister that was begging for men to help her son get out the streets? But y'all got it for the pastor and the first lady, though.
Right. If I may, you know what I would have did?
What's up?
I would have put my hand out, and I would have said, I'm going to pray for you, and whatever got to go in that basket, y'all pray for it to get in that basket.
Real talk.
Because they what the Christian church does, they make an exception for individuals, but they don't have the love that God said to have for your brother. You can't tell somebody you gonna pray for them and they hungry and not give them something to eat. Praying ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta give them something to eat.
Real
if they
talk.
in need. If they need to take a shower, I can't pray water to come down out the sky. I got to make availability for you. Right. And that's how you show the love of brotherhood, and that's how you serve God.
That's right.
If I may, it's
What's
a
that?
scripture, and I'm paraphrasing. It says that Christ you have seen, and you say you love Christ, but this brother you with every day, you do see. So if you can love Christ, love that man that you do see.
Right.
And treat him accordingly. And the Christian church doesn't do that.
Hey, brother, you own it tonight, brother. That's exactly what it is. How do you love somebody that you have never seen? How do you love them so hard, but your neighbor that you see every day, you hate them?
Right.
Do you truly love God? If you can sit here and hate the person that you can see, but you love the person that you can't? See, your oppressor shows you that they don't have the love of God in them. Because at the end of the day, they hate you. Right. And they see you all the time. But you know who they do love? They love that almighty dollar. Hey, Yagrum, there's a comment from that same brother. Go ahead and read what that brother has said. It says something about the Comanches.
Come. The Comanches still don't. This is the comment from Israelism. The Comanches still don't have a formal reservation or land still to this day because they were the most feared. They call them the lords of the plains. Mm-hmm. See what they do when they fear us,
brother. This is what I'm telling you. The Native American people, the Comanche tribe, still don't have their land and reservation because they fear them so much. The government fears them so much. The government fears blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians so much that they'll take stuff from you and never give it back because they don't want you to have your strength no more. They know for a fact once you're able to really settle down again and gird your loins, and get back your strength, that they'll never be able to rule you again. And that's what we're trying to teach y'all to do. We're teaching y'all here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge that it is time for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to gather yourselves together, O nation that's not desired. Work together. Put your resources together. Put your land together. Brother, I know we don't have the land that was supposed to be ours. We have hundreds of thousands of acres that's supposed to be ours. You could say millions of acres that's supposed to be ours. But you know what? We can start off by secluding these hoods. We can start off by secluding the barrios just for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and let's live in peace with one another. Let's stop unaliving one another. Let's stop gangbanging against one another and actually come together so that way we can help one another fully. Hey, go ahead, go down to the next plot. Let's go down to number 5.
1 second, it lost it.
You said what, brother?
It lost it. I gotta get back to it.
Nah, there's no sweat, brother. Go ahead, take your time. We got it. If you need me to, I can go ahead and read it. Other than that, I'll wait on you.
I got you.
All right, go ahead.
Disease and population.
Yep.
Okay. Disease and population collapse. European contact introduced diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza. Indigenous populations declined drastically, sometimes by 90% or more.
Sometimes by what?
By 90% or more in certain regions.
Brother, so you telling me these people that you want me to love introduce smallpox, measles, and influenza to my people, that dang near unalive them drastically by 90% or more in certain regions. But I should love them. Oh, the Native American people, hey man, the Gadites and the Reubenites, y'all know what y'all need to do? Turn the other cheek. That's what you trying to tell us? Look at what these people have done to us. Look at the atrocities that these people have brought upon our people. Keep reading, brother.
Indigenous populations decline drastically, sometimes by 90% or more in certain regions. In some cases, there are documented allegations of intentional spread, such as Fort Pitt smallpox incident.
Keep going. Read what that is.
Come. The Fort Pitt smallpox incident refers to a 1763 episode during Pontiac's War, when British officers allegedly gave blankets contaminated with smallpox to Native American emissaries. The event is frequently cited as one of the earliest documented cases of biological warfare in North American history.
Understand this, man. You want to see your enemy at work? Just look at what they did. They gave the Native Americans blankets that had smallpox in it. And this is a known thing. How many of y'all heard this in school back in the day? Back in the day, I heard it in school. Right after the Trail of Tears, they talked about the smallpox that was in the blankets. And you don't see them as a people that don't care. You don't see them as devils. You don't see them as people that want nothing but destruction to come upon your people. These people don't care about you. They don't care how you live. Because if they cared how you live, they wouldn't have took the land from you. They don't care how you sleep. Because if they cared how you sleep, they wouldn't make it so hard for you to be able to take care of your families. They don't care how you eat or drink, because they wouldn't put you at such a lower state if they did. They wouldn't put you to the point where you have to uproot your whole family and get out of your home for them to have land. What you got, you grown?
Salaki, sir, if I may, I'm pretty sure this is in a note somewhere, but the 1800 bison slaughter.
Yep.
When they slaughtered millions of bison and wasted the flesh just to starve the Native American population.
Right.
They damn near wiped out a whole species.
Yeah.
Just to starve a people.
Just to make sure you couldn't eat. This nation said, you know what? I want to take from them. You know what? How can I take from them? I'm going to kill all the bison. Because they have a lot of bisons around them. You know what? I got it. Let's unalive them all. Let's slaughter all the bison. And you know what? We ain't going to even do nothing with the meat. We're just going to let it rot. You know what people say when you trying to butcher an animal after you slaughter it, right? When you trying to do something, you can't let none of the feces get on the meat. Because if you let the feces get on the meat, it's no longer good. So you got to be careful when you're gutting it. When you going ahead and getting in there and gutting it down to butcher it, you got to be careful. Because if you cut that stomach, if you cut that bag, the meat is ruined. That nation that said, you know what? Let's slaughter these bisons and we're going to cut the bag on the inside so that way they can't even have it. That's the type of people you deal with. That's the type of people that you're still trying to join hand in hand with. That's the same type of people that sit here and put the drugs in your community and then arrest you for them and put you in cages. That's the same type of people that'll sit here and tell their daughters to go talk to your son because he's a star football player, but as soon as they decide to have coitus or sit here and have consensual, they get married. Let's just say this. They have a consensual time together, then all of a sudden she run back and say that she was sexually abused. And now that brother's life is over with. It's not too far-fetched. It's showing you who they are. When a person show you who they are, what you supposed to do? Believe it. Right. And your enemy has shown you that they are nothing but dirty, disgusting bastards.
That's right.
And you need to believe them to be that as such.
Right.
Stop trying to join yourself with them when they've shown you enough. I don't know how much, right here, just, bro, when I sat here and I was studying for this class and coming up with all this stuff and doing the investigation that I did, bro, do you know how pissed off I was?
Man.
Do you know how angry and upset it made me be? You know, oppression makes a wise man mad. Oppression makes a wise man mad. And to see how my people were oppressed has pissed me off. It has made me mad. And then a lot of people talk about the Native Americans. The Native Americans are in the reservations that they have. The little bit of reservations that they have, what are they doing in there? What? Go ahead, your grandma. I know you know, brother.
Salaki, sir. Either they are casinos or they are places that our people are being oppressed at an alarming, on a terrible level.
Brother, how are the Native Americans on them reservations right now?
In a lower state, usually strung out on alcohol or drugs.
The Native Americans are trying to be numb right now because of all these things that we're going over. See, that's their history. When they're in their reservations, they know about this. They learn about this. And it destroys their minds. It destroys their minds so badly because it's just like, how could a people that had all these treaties with us go back on every last one of them? How could these people, I got you, you're going to be right after. How could these people that said that they love us turn around and show us so much hate? It's because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
The oppressor has shown you their wickedness.
Right.
They have shown you how much that they really don't care about us. And we have to stop and take them blinders off. Y'all know about like horses and cattle, right? So when they want a horse to go straight, they put blinders right here. So that way it's just tunnel vision. The horse only knows whatever the reins say do, right? That's what they've done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Native Indians. They have put blinders on us for us to not see nothing else besides what they want us to see. It's time for us to truly open our eyes, wake up, and see that these oppressors are devils. What you got?
It's a precept.
Go
This
ahead.
is coming from the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Go ahead. Go ahead, break it down.
So
I'm gonna
they
let you- I'm gonna
covered
let you break it
fields.
down.
This is the same thing that you bringing out, sir. That's so heavy. They covered these fields. These are the fields that they have raped and robbed and pillaged. They've taken from people, and what they do is they take the resources. They take all the things that's valuable out the land, and then they turn around and give our people the reservation, and they give them the poor part of the land that doesn't grow crops, the land that doesn't produce any resource back to them, and then they give them the alcohol, they give them the drugs, they give them everything from the boarding schools, the drug addiction, the alcoholism, and they give these conditions to them, and then they tell them, make a way, live through it.
Right.
But the outcome is the suffering has taken our people to the lowest turmoil,
Right.
to where they can't have no identity. Their heritage was stripped. You said their hair was cut. Everything that identified them as God's chosen people, they was taken and given another identity. And now here we have lost our way from our power. We have lost our way from the commandment, and we have lost who we really are.
Right.
So this is the oppression of a man losing his whole identity, his heritage, and given a death sentence.
Right.
And that's why the white man is the goddamn devil, because he has not acknowledged the wrong. He said that this is what he earned, and
Right.
this is what God has given him. So
That's
we
right.
got to wake up.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. And based off of that precept that you just said, I got something to go along with what you just said. Go to bullet point number 6. What does that say right there?
This is bullet point 6. Forced confinement. Tribes were confined to reservations, often on poor land.
They were doing what?
Tribes were confined to reservations, often on poor land,
Keep going.
far from traditional territories. Movement and economic activity were restricted.
Man. So the reservations that they put us in, the reservations that they gave us, the land that they gave my Native Indian brothers and sisters, that was poor land.
Right.
The nutrients and all that on that land wasn't as great as the land that they had. But you know what? They said, you will have what I want you to have, and you won't have what I don't want you to have. That's what your oppressor does. See, your oppressor sees all this stuff that the Lord has given you, and they want to take all the good and leave you in the poor. See, that's just like the houses. See, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have created all these houses on our backs.
Right.
The blood of our people are in these streets. We have made these homes. We have made these roads. We made these toll roads and mountains and all that. That was us. But you want to know something? Where's the oppressor? They in the what? The heights. They in the high rises. And what do they tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to go? Go to the hood. Go to the slums. Go to those apartments that go to the apartments that you have to go inside and they have an elevator inside those apartments. It's kind of like a one-way in, one-way out trap house where everybody looking at you. You don't feel safe because you know for a fact you don't have nowhere to run if something really happens. What you got, you girl?
Salaki, so you said how our blood, everything was built off of our blood. You know what I'm saying? Our blood runs through the streets, but the Bible speaks against that. The Bible says in Habakkuk 2:12, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
Brother, how you pull the precept before I can pull the precept, brother?
Salaki.
No, it's all good, brother. Why are you thinking the Bible it says woe? What does the word woe mean?
Destruction.
Destruction should come upon the people that have done what?
Buildeth a city off of blood.
Yeah. See, that's the things that's supposed to happen to your oppressor. Destruction is supposed to come to your oppressor because they built these cities off of our backs. They taken so much from us and then make us have to make our own again and then take that from us. And then we have to make another civilization again. Hey, y'all get your mic for me real quick. Then they take the civilization that you made after they took the first one. They take that one from you because they like, oh gosh, you know, we put them at a lower state and then they did something great again. Hey, we need to take that again. Let's see what they do next. Destruction shall come upon these people. The only way destruction is going to come upon these people is for us to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. For us to come back and serve our God, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American God, the Native Indian God. Go to bullet point number 7. What else does it say? This is what you were looking for.
God. This is bullet point 7. Destruction of food sources. The mass killing of buffalo, bison in the 1800s, encouraged or allowed by U.S. policy, devastated plains, tribes who depended on them.
Brother, do you understand what kind of wicked person you got to be to destroy bisons just so that way people didn't have food? You treated us like we was the enemy against the state. You treating us like how right now Trump is treating Iran. Damn. So the Native Indians, we're Iran. You come to our land and start treating us like we Iran. As they say, is you cool? Is you cool? We done nothing but try to be nice to y'all. We did nothing but try to help y'all and teach y'all the ways that y'all were slacking on. And this is all the things that you did to my Native Indian brothers. This is your oppressor. This is who he's always been. To the Native Indians, if you didn't know nothing about the Native Indians, you know now. You know what they had to deal with. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, pull the precept.
Oh, come, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste.
Go ahead.
If
go
I
ahead.
may, sir,
Go ahead.
the definition of recompense means payment for somebody who has been hurt. You cannot name a people who have been hurt more than blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So understand, if you're a black, Latino, or Native American, there's going to be a time and a place where we are going to rule over our oppressor.
That's right.
For after they have abused us countless times throughout all of history,
Brother,
their foot is going to slide. That's what the Bible says.
Damn right.
that's exactly what we waiting on. This is why we have to endure to the end. Brother, I want you to drop down. There should be a note that says lesser known injustices. Let me know if you see it. If you don't, I can send that to you as well.
Let's see.
It should be along with everything. Quadas, go ahead.
And what's so heavy about with preach just brought out right now, we are going to receive justice. And the scripture says in Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33, it says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shedded it. See, this land has been shedded and raped and robbed and pillaged of our people. Our people was bought on cargo slave ships. Our people have been oppressed in the ghettos, the barrios, and it's God's chosen people that's being unalive daily in the streets, daily being pushed to do wrong, and daily being drug addicted, and the reservations have no resource. The wickedness of this white man, the devil, is his turn. He spilled enough blood, and now that blood that needs to be shedded and cleansed to cleanse this land of all his wrongdoing is now upon him.
That's right.
And the Lord is going to redeem his people, and he's not slack on his promises.
That's right. I want you to go down to the one I just sent it to you, lesser known injustices.
Go, Con. I got it.
Go ahead and go.
Lesser known injustices. From the 1700s to the 1800s, early expansion and hidden violence. The Gnuden Massacre. The U.S. militia killed about 96 Christian Lenape, including women and children. Victims were unarmed and not involved in combat. Attackers were never punished alive.
And this happened in where?
Gnuden.
That was the Gnuden Massacre, and it says in where?
In Ohio.
In Ohio. This happened in Ohio. This happened in Ohio. So you give us your Christianity. You tell my Native Indian brothers to fall into your Christianity, and then what did you do right after that? You massacred them. So it don't matter. We're not safe. So you tell us, if we're being ourselves, we get massacred. You tell us to conform to your Christianity, and what happens right after that? We get massacred. And what else did it say about them people? It said the attackers were never punished. Pull that precept, who possesses, slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. It said the victims were unarmed. How many times have we went over this? On these last week and this week, how many times have we seen that the Native American, the Native Indian brothers and sisters were unarmed and they were massacred? Every single time, right?
Okay.
That's crazy to me. So you have to try to show your dominance against us, that we could be unarmed. We have a truce because that's what we signed with you. And you know what you said to that truce? The hell with it. I just gave you that truce so that way I could take something from you. What you got?
Come. This is the book of Zechariah 11 and 5.
Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not.
Brother, understand this. Your oppressor will slay you and hold themselves not guilty. And then after that, what did they say? That they'll sell you and say, thanks be to what?
Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
Blessed be the Lord, Indians. Blessed be the Lord that I have taken this land from the blacks and Latinos. Blessed be the Lord that I'm rich and y'all are not. See, it's crazy. Your oppressor is looking at you and say, I know why you mad at me. Because I'm getting more money than you. I'm taking your land, I'm taking women, I'm doing what I want to do. And blessed be the Lord. They're mocking you. And they're mocking your God. But the Bible says the Lord will not be mocked. That's right. The Lord's vengeance is coming.
Right.
But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you have to stand up.
Right.
You have to fight to be something different every single day. You're going to start at a lower state, but to hell with it. Stand 10 toes. Stand firm, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. And watch the Lord bring you from a lower state to a higher state. If you don't think that your enemies can be your footstools, understand in the Bible, hey, y'all pull this precept for me. It says that I'll be an enemy unto your enemy, an adversary unto your adversaries. If y'all need me to pull it, I can give y'all the precept as well. If you look up enemy unto your enemies, it should come up.
Got it. Oh,
You got it?
yeah.
Exodus 23 and 22.
Got it.
All right.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
If you would do what?
If thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
Understand this, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If we will come back and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, if we will obey the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do it, to sit here and fight every day to let go of the drugs, to let go of being a whore, to let go of whoring, to let go of, bro, I hate having to say these good words. Brother, stop sitting here being a part of the alternative lifestyle. Stop being an abomination unto the Lord because you a man and you like another man. Stop being an abomination unto the Lord because you a woman and you like another woman.
Right.
The Lord never told you to sword fight. The Lord never told you to scissor. He said for a man to be with a woman and a woman to be with a man. And once you choose that man, you stick with that man. Right. You don't leave that man. You stand by him through thick and thin. If you have a problem, y'all get counsel. See, if you would follow those simple laws, statutes, and commandments, if you wouldn't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, I don't know why you like pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, catfish, crawfish, and all that. Anyway, it's well-seasoned diapers. You put them in a dirty fish tank, and they'll have it clean. Why do you want to eat that? If you want to eat that, you might as well go to your trash, dig in it, find you the wettest plate of food that you threw at the very bottom of it, warm it up in the microwave, throw a little bit of seasoning on there, and feed it to your children. Because that's what you're doing when you're eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. If you wouldn't do those things, the Bible says, if you would listen, what did it say? I will be an enemy unto your enemies and an adversary unto your adversaries. See, the Lord is telling us, the Lord is telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the only thing I need y'all to do is listen to me. And once y'all listen to me, I handle the rest. Right. You want these bullies dealt with? Don't worry about it. do these small things. Because what did it say? Following the law, statutes, and commandments ain't grievous. It ain't hard once you start doing it. The thing is, start. Just start. How hard is it to just start it? Put one foot in front of the other. Or as the old folks say, put one crooked foot in front of the other crooked foot and you keep walking. Walk that tightrope. And don't look left or right. Stay focused. Stay focused. Because it says broad is the way of what? Destruction. But that narrow path is the way of life. We have seen the atrocities. We have seen the destruction that has came upon our native Indian brothers and sisters and their children.
Right.
Next week, we're going to get on the atrocities and the things that's happened to our Latino brothers and sisters. Don't think that it's over with. We're going to part 3 now. We're going into the Latinos, brothers and sisters now. That's what we're going into next week. So y'all come on back, because I'm going to tell you now, we're going to get into it, and I'm going to tell you, my Latino brothers and sisters, I'm sorry. Salakia. Because there was a lot of things that I found out when I did my studies behind this. I was not a good brother unto y'all.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot more people telling you Salakia once we get through with those class. Well, it'll probably take 2 weeks to get through it with that class as well. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to say Salakia to you as well. Because we didn't recognize how much of unbrotherly brothers we were to y'all. And unsisterly sisters. But I'm going to tell y'all right here, right now, Salakia to the Latino brothers and sisters. Because what y'all went through, they never let us know. They never told us. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're going to unwrap it and we're going to get into it. And with that, we're going to say Amajim, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Barakatah, Yat Yamatah, Sar, which means face the sisters, Sister Yeshavia, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamal Atah Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Shamar, Alatah, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Yat Yamatah, class dismissed. How you doing, sis? Glad to see you again.